Welcome to Frühling on Farming Simulator 22 for episode 1 with me, MrSealyp. I finally made it. I'm here on Frühling. I've been offered a job of sorts, a kind of curator's job, I guess. It's not quite a museum as such. It's not a model farm, a farm visit, but I guess it's kind of along all of those lines really. A working farm, a historical farm. We're heading to the main farm area now. We're going to have a look and see what equipment we're going to be starting with, and we are going to be starting with some equipment. It reminds me very much of the golden days of farming. If you think back to FS17, that little island, and it is MrSealyp's home for abandoned tractors. So the premise behind it being is it's a working farm, but the working farm only uses old tractors or older tractors. There's nothing new in the fleet. It's all small stuff, low horsepower, but multiple tractors. We're always open to people offering. We don't always take them, but offering tractors. If you've got one that needs a bit of work, a bit of tender loving care, you just want it to go to a good home and be used. So what happens is it's kind of like a visitor centre, and people will come and the tractors will be working the fields and, you know, that kind of thing. We do have a few animals as far as I'm aware as well. We've got a horse here, we've got some cows we start with and some chickens. To the south we do have a pig pen. I think originally it was a sheep pen that got switched out and it's a pig pen. We've got a greenhouse on the go. And yeah, so what we're going to be doing is, well, in this episode, we're going to have a look and see what we've got, which I think is kind of important. I'm pretty sure it's important. And then we'll kind of go from there, really. I think we've got some jobs in the local area that need doing. The farm is in financial trouble. You know, with the recent problems, you know, around the world, people haven't been coming out. The farming's been going on, but nobody's been visiting. We work on charitable donations. So the money's gone low. It's under 10 grand is all the farm's got. So what we're going to do is do some farming in the local area, try and buy some new fields up, try and keep it ticking over, take in what we can. So let's see, shall we? What do we have? Let's close that one, never mind. There we go, we're going to need that. I think the fields the farm owns are both ready to harvest, so we're going to need to get on with those. And then, like I said, we've got some contract work we need to do as well. As far as equipment goes that we start with, I'm going to be honest, I don't know. You'll know why, because you know what I'm like. But we do have we've got some stuff. It's like I say, it's all fairly small. There's going to be nothing huge, but it's just going to be the fun of farming. It's just going to be enjoying doing it. I suppose the only problem you got is with some tractors, they're so small. It's going to be interesting finding. I didn't even notice that. Finding uses for everything. Oh, old Valtra Valmet 6600. That's the little short version, isn't it? The more stubby version. John Deere loader. There's a John Deere loader. A John Deere loader there. That'll be for the John Deere tractor. 6405. We've got a small Schroutermarker. Vertigo 120. That's a cultivator. Slurry spreader. What else have we got? Valga trailer through there. We have got cows. I suppose nothing's going to be to check. Okay, they have got some feed. They've got some bedding. But we're going to work on that. We've got a trailer over here with... Oh, no. Okay, it's just... Oh, baler. Little mini baler. That's going to be fun. I haven't done any mini baling. And at least we can move that stuff by hand if we need to. Actually, let's have a look and see. So we start with... Where are we? We've got a few fields. Oh, okay. It's not forestry, though. Could be a grass field. We've got that one there, that one there. Field 5 and 6, which are both ready to harvest, I think. Yep, they're both ready to go. And then we've got these ones flash in. They're contracts that we've got to do. Oh, Field 14 we've got down the bottom as well. What's that got in it? Hang on. Growth, ready to harvest, crop type. Oh, it looks like it's all oats. It is oats, isn't it? Looks like it. We've got one horse, so I mean, might as well be oats. So we've got 10 cows. Oh, they got a bit. We've got a bit of straw, not a huge amount of total week's ration, but we have got some chickens. How many chickens have we got? 75. Okay. Well, 70 chickens, 5 roosters, and then the horse. Which has got, okay, food's good for the horse. We haven't got to worry about that for the time being. Okay. And then as far as productions go, we've got on the farm a fermenting silo. We're going to need silage for total mixed ration. So I guess we can cut grass. Maybe that'll be the first job. Maybe we'll start. Oh no, we've got harvesting, haven't we? We are going to need to cut grass, make hay. Do we have a tedder in that barn? I can't remember now. We'll have a look again in a minute. So yeah, we'll go and cut some grass. We can put some of that into the silo there to ferment to silage. We'll make some hay, so that'll be silage and hay. We should get straw from, yeah, the oats, don't we? Wheat, barley and oats. We should get straw. Greenhouse is going. And then we have got a manure factory here. Have we got a muck spreader? Got the slurry spreader. I was informed there is a slurry tank somewhere as well. As far as harvester goes, we've got a star liner, not a top liner. Okay, something a little bit different. Milk and water tank, I assume. I've got anything here. I need to check everywhere. Yeah, another kind of bale trailer. We can convert that. Anything in there? How many trailers have we got? Okay, that's probably 2 trailers too many. We've got a bale trailer there as well. So what we could do is we could sell a trailer. A windrower. Okay. Okay, we've got some stuff. Have they produced any eggs at all yet? Nothing to speak of. Okay, so as far as the farm goes then, we don't own... Well, we've got enough start machinery. We've got enough start machinery to do some work. So what we're going to try and do is, yeah, we're going to get some work done, get the farm chugging away, hopefully get some people visit. We're in August now. As far as the gameplay goes, we're on 1-day seasons. I've set it on ×1, not ×2, because on a 1-day season, each day is representing an entire month, so it's 30 days. So I need to get as much work as I can done in a month, really. So I'm trying to give myself as much time as possible over the course of the day to do a load of jobs, like you would do. And you know, think about the amount of jobs you would get done in an entire month. And your pit there. There's a silo down the side there. Where was this slurry pit? Guess what we need to do is get the harvester out and get it cracking on our field to start off with. We'll do our fields first. Did we have a loading wagon? We did, didn't we? So the question is, do I just collect straw? Do I bale the straw? Could do a bit of both, couldn't I? Don't want to use up all my bale count. Oh yeah, we have got a tedder, that's alright. Yeah, loading wagon. It's only a small one, but it'll do. We do have the small seeder, and we've got seeder and a planter. Cool, right. Well, I'm excited about this. I'm not even sure we've got something with enough horsepower to pull that, have we? Will the Valmet do it? Maybe. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, as they say. So let's grab the harvester. Let's get out into that field. Let's start getting our field harvested. Let's have a look around for that slurry pit later on. And we'll see where we end up. Like I say, you know, this is kind of a... I love the area. I think it's fantastic. It looks great. The yard's small. There's not a lot of room. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to get out there. What I should do is go down the side of the chickens, I think. And this is just going to be a kind of relaxing, you know, enjoy the work. If you watched when I did my my spotlight, my community spotlight with Giants and Terminator the other day, I was saying about this that, you know, it doesn't hurt every now and again just to slow down, and I don't know. I've got a couple of production chains there that we can run. I'm not going to run as many production chains as I've been running on Calmsden, because I don't think it lends itself to it. This is more about the farming. I am going to do some, I suppose, you know, why wouldn't I? But this isn't, yeah, this is not going to be one of those ones where we make an absolute fortune. I'm going to be interested to see what sort of tractors we kind of end up using. I made an absolute hoosh of that. No tree. I forgot what way around the header was on the trailer, so let's go that way if we can. No sign. What Let's Play was I on when I kept knocking signs over and then getting fined for it? I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was one. This is a nightmare. I should have just, I don't know why I even bought a header trailer out. It's not like there's a lot of stuff in the way, is there? So anyone watching, when I said about this being relaxed and calm, not very relaxed at the moment, I'm getting a bit stressed with myself. It's because the header was on the other way around, that's all. That's better. Should have just done a loop of the field really, shouldn't I? Let's open the harvester up, because I always forget to do that. I'm not sure of the capacity of the Starliner, but I'm sure it's going to be something wonderful. Don't know if that's the right header trailer for that, but again, never mind. And then are you like me? I know I've said this so many times before, about having those blanks, straw swath is on. Unmount fruit type extension. What is that? I've never seen that before. Yeah, I've been playing this game for years and years. Why can I never remember how to enable and disable straw swath? It's just one of those blanks. All the different things I do, all the different, you know, all of it I've done and do, and don't tend to think twice about it. Yet that, can't remember. Just cannot remember. Every single time I come to enable and disable straw swath, blank. That's right on a piece of paper in front of me, don't just put it on a post-it on the screen just to remind me. I don't think any of the fields around here are particularly large. I don't think, like I said, we'll do the contracts. I'm not anticipating having much, if anything, left over on any of the contracts. If we have got anything left over, it's one of those things that you've got very tight margins as well now. So if I'm doing a small harvest on a small field and I'm doing a contract for somebody else, the problem I'm going to have is if, for example, the entire field yields 6,000 litres and I go to deliver that, the time it takes you to press the trigger when it comes up contract complete, anything you had spare you might have sold already. So, you know, we're going to be looking at hundreds of litres of something left, not thousands of litres, I would imagine, on contracts. But I was thinking about trying to keep anything I do harvest only because if we do pigs, I'm going to feed the pigs with it. Or we'll use it and maybe we'll get, I haven't done any pig food mixing yet. I haven't run pigs or anything yet. So we're going to do only a few though, the same as we've got 10 cows, we've got a few chickens. I'm only going to probably do 10 pigs, maybe 5, maybe 6, I don't know. We're not going to do many. And kind of see how it goes. I just want to enjoy that, you know, the sound of the old tractors and that kind of thing. One thing I haven't done for a while, and I really enjoyed I think one of the first times I ever did one was with the Wombleways. If anyone's aware of the Wombleways, they've been long-time friends and followers of the channel. Lovely, lovely people. And I actually met them in real life, and we went to a tractor rally down in Dorset. Had a lovely, lovely time with the Wombleways. Fantastic, fantastic family. And I was just, honestly, I was like a kid in a candy store. I think I did a video on it, on my vlog videos. I think I did a video on it. Pretty sure I did. All the small tractors and, it was just amazing. Then going on the run around out through the fields and on the roads and then back to the thing, and it was brilliant. Such a good day. Haven't done one of those in a long time. Whenever I'm away on holiday, I try and look out for tractors. And I'll be honest, the last couple of times we've been away on holiday, I say on holiday to the Lake District, which is a holiday, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I take the PlayStation away and I carry on working, so it's kind of busman's holiday really. I try to. It's probably one of the only times I use Instagram. I don't use my Instagram account as much as I probably should do, but I haven't really come across that many tractors. I went through a phase where everywhere I went there was farming happening, or there was a tractor, parked in a yard or by the side of a road, or a couple of places on the drive in towards Keswick. There's a couple of little villages, and I saw a couple of really nice old tractors in like people's gardens for all intents and purposes. But then when I went back, and I drag MrSealyp all over the place when I see tractors, and then like a day later I think, I really want to go and take a picture of that, and I've tried to remember where I saw it. We'll go and find it and take a picture. Normally I'll knock on the door, ask the owner, whatever, and say, look, would it be okay? Or like I did when that lovely farmer, not far from where we stayed, was collecting his sheep up, and I walked down the lane because I heard the tractor. It was this lovely old Ford. I asked if I could take some pictures, and that was when he asked me if I'd help him with the sheep, to get him out onto the lane and stop him from going the wrong way down the lane. So and he was baffled. It was, I said, do you mind if I take some pictures of your tractor? Because to him, I guess it's one of his workhorses. It's his tractor he uses every day. Yes, it's an old vintage, pretty much vintage. It was a really old Ford that he'd obviously loved and maintained and looked after. And to him, it's a tool. It's something he uses. I don't doubt he loves his tractor. But he seemed really confused why someone else wanted to take pictures of his tractor, So, yeah. I know I've gone off on an absolute tangent on this as well, but the surroundings here, I just really, really like it. And actually looking at this window when I get hardly anything on. I've also suddenly realised I don't think the farm has a mulcher. I didn't even look to see whether we've got any. Have we got any seed or fertiliser anywhere? I said slurry. We've got slurry, haven't we? Maybe we can use that. I need to find the slurry tank. We've got the slurry spreader. Another thing I've been finding as well, because slurry spreader. So we can do our fertilising at least to start off with. We'll have to check and see how much slurry we've got in the tank when we find it, and we'll kind of go from there. I interrupted myself. I was going to say something that, no, finish off what you were going to say. So I finished off saying that, and now I've forgotten what I was then going to go and say. Doesn't matter. I think what I'll do now is set a worker off. We have volunteers here at the MrSealyp's Home for Abandoned Tractors. That's not what it's called. It's just Frühling farm. People come to visit. Normally in the summer months, but autumn, late summer, early sort of autumn, when harvesting is happening and stuff like that. People come along all times of the year. It's lovely. But I think that's what I'm calling it, MrSealyp's Home for Abandoned Tractors, just because I feel nostalgic about that. We did it before. It was cool. And I think we only had about 5 tractors then, because we were on FS17 and you couldn't have too much stuff because of slot counts and that kind of stuff. But we did what we did with what we had. a simpler time. Right, let's hop out. So, are we going to... Shall I bail it? You know what? Let's bail it. I think we've got the... I'm pretty sure that trailer... There's going to be... This was the other thing I was talking about when I did the spotlight on MrSealyp. Was... Whenever I do a narrative, and yeah, the storyline here is the farm, and you know that it's a working historical farm. It's not like you go to some place where it's period correct, and it'll be set in a particular time period. So all of the equipment is from that time period. This is just the fact they're all old tractors. You know, yes, I suppose the newest tractor we've got here is the Valmet. But it's still, I suppose, when you look at some of these tractors and you think, well, you know, it's like 1980s. To me, the 1980s that wasn't that long ago, was it? I mean, it's 1980s. I was born in '73. I was an 80s child. Kind of grew up through the 80s and into the 90s. And, yeah, wonderful. But when you stop and you look back now and you think, oh yeah, that was a while. It was quite some time ago now. Oh, it's a sign of age, isn't it? You don't think it is. And then when someone says, oh, you know, do you remember when such and such a film came out? That was 30 years ago. You're like, oh, no way was it 30 years ago. And then you stop and think, no, that was 30 years ago. That makes you feel very old. So, yeah, so what I was going to say was setting all this up. I did it a while ago. And the problem is, I want to do a narrative, I want to do a story, and I want to, you know, make it more immersive. But then there's things I always lapse into either trying to explain something I've done, show something I've done, and it kind of, it's like breaking the spell of a magic trick, you know. When someone shows you how the trick is done, it's ruined that illusion. And unfortunately, I'm terrible at doing that. I would be doing a storyline, doing a narrative, and then something will happen with a mod or something will happen with something I've used, and I'll then explain and say, oh, you know, this is by so-and-so and this has happened and there's a problem with this, and it kind of, you come out of the storyline and into, I try if I can sometimes to do it so that it kind of feels like a storyline. I'll often refer to modders as manufacturers. You know, the company, they sent me this from such and such a company, it's just the name of the modder, or an engineer or something like that. And sometimes I say, oh, you know, the equipment's faulty, needs to be returned, that kind of thing. But it's I find it really hard sometimes not to lapse. So we've got that with the trailer behind it. Now I'm pretty sure that was auto load. It is, isn't it? Can I get around there? I love this little John Deere. There's quite a few of these knocking around now. And that was another thing, was kind of going through and saying, you know, there's so many old tractors now. You know, there's the Hurleyman that came out recently that's available as an old one, boxy one, and there's so many. You know, I don't know what to start with. Again, kid in a candy store. There was so much choice. It's brilliant. I'll probably say the same thing. The episodes aren't going to be very long, so I'll probably do like one job. I'll do the harvesting here in this field, do the baling, collect the bales, put them somewhere. I think I'm probably already about 20, 30, maybe 35 minutes in. So when I say it'll be a short episode, it won't be, will it? Of course it won't. What do I need to do with this? Unfold baler, that would be a good start. Doing that. Trailer. Yes, it is. Okay, operating position. And then what we want to do is turn on the baler, drop the pickup. Mind we don't pick the sign up in the process. How wide is the pickup on this? Oh yeah, we have to, because the harvest has dropped them quite wide. Turn that off now. So what should happen? And again, it's not one of those things of straight away you think, I suppose what I could have done was come out with the windrower once. I said, oh, maybe I should have done that. Come out with the windrower, windrowed up all the swaths, and then gone and done it, because now I'm going to have to go over everything twice. But I don't mind. I don't mind going over everything twice. So we'll do this with straw bales, we'll do this when we make hay, we'll do this with hay bales, We'll store them all up. We've only got a small mixer, and this is obviously, we've got 10 cows. We're not going to go mad. We'll get a bit of milk from them, and we'll get a bit of manure, and we'll get a bit of slurry. And then, I mean, pretty much, other than the silage, which are going to be producing in the silo, I'll be able to throw bales into the mixer to make up our feed mix. And yes, it will take a while. You know, if I need a few thousand litres of something, I'm going to have to chuck a load of bales in. But again, so what? I'm kind of looking forward to it. I haven't missed that much actually. There's going to be a few bits to tidy up, but not too many. Go over a bit. Oh, brilliant. Now, the other thing I want to do, because I have for a long time and always used to run two Let's Plays side by side. I would always try and do that. It's not something I've done, in all honesty, with FS22. How do I still miss all that? That's weird. Yeah, I haven't really done it with FS22, but I am very conscious of. I think Calmsden for me may be coming to an end. I do want to do I've got corn in the ground. I want to do a corn harvest. But I've done so much on it. I think because of all the production chains, it feels like I've done so much. I'm only on episode, what am I on, 29? Well, that's not too bad. I think normally I do kind of around 30s. I think looking back actually at some of my old Let's Plays, some of them I went into the 40s. And when I did the first look map tour on Goldcrest Valley 22, I did say with that I did a load on that because that was the new map on FS17. And the thing with it is that I have to really think about this. I need to so much wider. I'm making an absolute hash of this because I'm talking at the same time. I think that one I did 52 episodes or something. Did a lot. So I'll come back and tidy up any bits I miss. I'll come and tidy up. The harvest is even full, is it? So hopefully next time around. Now the other thing as well, I haven't got seasonal growth on, and I know that frustrates people and annoys them hugely, but the crops will still have a time period that will take to grow, and it will be in the months. It won't be. How's the word for finished? It just means we can plant whenever we want, and you know, I prefer having that freedom and flexibility. That's not to say at some point I won't do a Let's Play where I do. But what I was saying about Calmsden, it's going to be due an update when Precision Farming comes out, and I don't know whether that might be for me the perfect opportunity to move on. What I want to do, because I'm doing this as a small thing, you know, small machinery, small equipment, small fields, just back to sort of bare bones, grassroots, just have a bit of fun. I think I want to do an American map. So for my sort of second Let's Play, if and when Calmsden comes to an end, the next one's going to be American, I think. Or at least a big map, you know, a big open map. We're not going to get massive amounts of bales off of here, but that's fine. With a 200 bale count, if I aim for having, well, I would say, well, probably, because I'm going to use this for bedding, maybe as well as padding for total mix ration. I generally need twice as much hay to silage and straw, but because straw needs to be used for bedding as well, I'll probably just split it down the middle, do 100 bales of straw and 100 bales of hay, I think. So I'm going to see you in a minute. I'm going to do a bit more of this because obviously for me, I don't mind going up and down like this. I'm more than happy to just chug away, But I think also for, you know, if you're a viewer, and I spend 30 minutes just going around a field at this speed, just baling. I know there'll be lots of people that will comment saying don't mind at all. You really don't mind, we just like listening to you talk and that kind of thing, which is great, and I love hearing people say that. But then obviously, you know, there's people that they want to see stuff happening, they want to see progress and movement. And this is the first episode, so you know, this is more of a kind of familiarisation thing. This field needs sorting, and so did our other one, so we'll get those done first. I'm going to say that our other one, I'm part of this farm now, as I was asked to come along and help. Like I say, as a curator, caretaker kind of thing. We're going to try and make the farm blocked, really. Okay. We're going to try and make some money. Of course we are. You know, if you know, we may offer people money for their tractors. If we get offered the option to buy things, we may come across them in the local area. Who knows? There may be some barn finds coming up. You never know. So yeah, you know, it's going to be interesting if we do a bit of logging. If we do, the problem is the only thing. Well, there's two things actually that I came across, and a few people messaged me when I said about doing this, and I had already found one of them myself, and the other one's become more apparent as I've been kind of going around. Is that forestry? If you look at all of this here, you think, well, there's loads of forestry, but the problem we've got, I think, is, yeah, all of this stuff here you can't buy. So we're here on field 12 at the moment. All of that, which is the forest nexus, you can't buy it and you can't cut it down. So the forest that you can buy, that one there, it's 93 grand. It's not too expensive. Is that the only forest? Is that the only bit of forestry available? Oh, maybe it is. Okay. So yeah, if we do end up doing any forestry, we might have to do it on a kind of lease basis. So we might have to kind of lease the area, do some forestry for the local community, and then, you know, the lease ends kind of thing. I don't think we're going to be able to afford to buy it and keep it, especially with the amount of money we're likely to be making. The greenhouse is down here, and that's going to, I think that's going to work out quite well. There's a pig pen with no pigs in it. Yeah, the greenhouse, I think it's set on. We'll whiz down there and have a look. We need to find this slurry thing as well. We'll whiz down and have a look before we finish the episode. So what I want to do before I finish this episode now, and we've got to be at least at 35 minutes by now, I would think, is I'm going to unload this harvester, and I'm going to take the harvester over to our other field, which is just through there somewhere. Get that going. I'm going to bale up this field and see how many bales we've got on the trailer, and then we'll work out where I'm going to put the bales. Actually, we'll need to find somewhere to store the bales so they're nice and safe and secure. And this is all going to be oats, so what I might do is just take the harvester. I'm going to leave the header on because the header's not much wider than the harvester anyway. So rather than fiddle around putting it back on the header trailer, we'll go over. I'll carry on doing the oats here on the other fields, and then oh, we've got field 14 as well down the bottom, which is all oats too. What I might do, if I get a full trailer or we get to 100 bales, I don't think we're going to get to 100 bales, but if we do, any straw left over, I think I'll put in the fermenter. That kind of, to me, makes sense, because that fermenter does take straw as well, and it'll produce silage from it. So if we do have any straw, or what I might do actually to get a better ratio is maybe go to 75 bales of straw, and then go 125 of hay, maybe. I say it's just all kind of up in the air at the moment, just trying to think the best thing to do. So yeah, we'll see what we get off this field bale wise, and then we'll go out and we'll go down to where the greenhouse is just to have a look. Look at that, gorgeous. And then yeah, find this silage pit. Let's go. Off this field then, we've got 55 small bales. The bales are 400 litres, I believe. 400 litre bales, 55 of them, 22,000 litres. 22,000 litres of straw. That's not bad at all. If you think about it, we've got 10 cows. That's going to make up a percentage of a, you know, if you only get one mix out of it, it's going to last a while. The harvester is full over on field, and now this is the other thing I'm going to have to do as well. It's taking me ages. So field 5, you see, it's just turned there. If we go to that, it's done half the field, there's half left, a strip across the top. That's now full, so that's going to need to be emptied. Oh, hang on. There we go. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the trailer. I will go and I'm going to go for 75, I think. I'm going to go for 75 bales, so I'll take this over to the field over there. I think what I'm going to do as well, because it took a little while backwards and forwards, I might grab that front windrower and we'll put it on the Valmet, because I think the Valmet's going to be there for some of the bigger jobs. Anything that's going to need something a little bit bigger. I mean, still not massive horsepower. I think it's 130 or something. So we'll probably grab the front windrower. We'll windrow that up. I'll get to 75. I'll windrow the whole lot, and then we'll grab the loading wagon, forage wagon, grab the rest, and we'll put it into the fermenter. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So what I'll do is I'll empty that in a minute. What I'm going to do on here though is let's disconnect that. So we'll head up and check out the silage first, then we'll head south. We'll go down, check out the greenhouse, check out where the pigs are going to be. I might drive along the bottom actually and check out field 14. I'm a bit concerned we've got no eggs yet, which is odd, but so yeah, next episode straight off the back of this, I think what I will do then is I'll get the, like I say, we'll do the windrow in, we'll get the harvester, and then we'll start. I think we'll get the mower out. This is the first of our grass fields we can certainly mow. We will mow, we will ted. I'm just thinking, how many grass fields have we got? We've got this one, that one. Didn't even know we had that one, and that one. So maybe this one will do hay. That one may be grass. Grass will go into the fermenter for silage. Hay will be baled, and then we'll see how we're looking bale-wise. I mean, to be honest with you, 125 small bales, we're probably going to get that done maybe even before that's done. In which case, I think actually the silo might be multi-fruit as well here. I'm trying to remember the Hessian farm stuff. The silo in here. So what we might do is then store some loose. Yeah, we'll do some bales, some loose. Doesn't matter. We'll do a mix and match of everything. You know, I've got a seed tank there. Actually, probably not a bad idea because I was saying about 15,562 litres. We've got seed. That's all right. Now let's have a look. Now, that's not going to last that long, I guess. So we need to look at options for the buying seed, making seed. The slurry tank is just over here. Okay, how are we looking in this then? How much slurry do we have on hand? 143,795 litres in the slurry pool. Okay, so yeah, if we use that our little slurry tanker, and it's not a very big one, I don't know. Again, I'm not sure what the spread width is. Can't remember. Double application rates. We'll get through 143,000 litres in absolutely no time. It's good to know that's there. And then, yeah, so we head south now. We'll check out the greenhouse. I think for the time being, depends whether I decide to keep hold of crops or whether we sell them immediately with regard to our own field. We've only got 2 fields to harvest, so it's not going to be a huge amount of money. And then what do we invest in? We've got enough equipment we can tick over. That's not a problem at all. If we are going to look at buying more fields, if we do want to do a bit of forestry, there's going to be equipment we're going to lease every now and again, I would imagine. But then, I think lettuce at the greenhouse, lettuce pays quite well. We don't get as much of it per month as you would for strawberries or tomatoes. But I think that'll be a nice little earner. Oh, I tell you what we could do as well. Just trying to think, maybe one of those grass fields, that one I said I didn't want yet. There's always the option of those, the Omatana sort of open greenhouses. Maybe we could put a couple of those out as well. Because I know with those we can do potatoes and sunflower on those as well. I don't think they were too expensive either. Maybe we could do that. Have a bit of a market garden thing going on that field there. I'll have to see where that is, or do we want it closer to the farm? Maybe up here. There's that grass bit there as well. Maybe on that one. If we do our grass work first and get our hay or grass off of it, maybe put them there. I say, it's all at the moment, you know, it doesn't even matter if I have a plan in my head of where I want to go with this. As you've probably noticed and realised with all of the Let's Plays I've ever done, yes, there may be a skeleton of an idea, but that will change over time anyway, because as things happen, as things become available, if you know what I mean, things change, and there'll be all sorts of stuff happening. Right, so we got lettuce going on here. 152, brilliant. And then we got a pig enclosure with no pigs in it, so we can put pigs in here at some point if we want to. And it looks like we've got a water tank here as well. We do have a water standpoint. Yeah, there's a water point there. Thought I saw that. So yeah, I mean we're looking good. It's a good start. Yeah, all right. I've done a bit of harvesting. I've done a bit of bathing. I've had a look around the farm. We've seen what we've got. A plan is forming in my head. We can see where we're going to weave our magic to this. How we're going to make this work. And again, I've said it over and over and over again. Every Let's Play I've ever done, it's looking at the map, looking at what's available. It's looking at the terrain, looking at the machinery you can use on that terrain, and then saying to yourself, okay, where can I make money? Where on this map, in this farming area, is that niche? Where's the money maker? Sometimes it's wood chips, sometimes it's logging, sometimes it might be just silage work. It might be, but with production chains that does open it up for a lot of other options. Greenhouses is a good one that gets us started, and we've used these ones a little bit. But I think if we go into our build mode, it's under production and greenhouses. Yeah, the open air garden, £2,000. That's all. We could stick a couple of those in, couldn't we? I think selling a pallet of lettuce would give us enough money to stick a couple of those in, and then we could run one potato, run one with sunflower. We do need manure, so yeah, if we do put straw, we do produce any manure. We have got a manure place down the road. Water, seed. We can get seed, that's not a problem, or we can start producing it. But like I say, I don't think we're going to go as heavy on production chains, but what we might do is try some different production chains. I still haven't done oil production yet, so we might do some canola oil or sunflower oil. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, what am I talking about? Do a couple of those gardens, allocate 1 or 2 of them for sunflowers, and we can have those chugging over, producing sunflower oil. We'll get a little plant somewhere. We'll do sunflower oil. Hey, it's fallen into place. I've got an idea. Big brain thinking. Let's go with that, shall we? And that's where I'm going to end this episode. The next episode will probably continue straight off the back of this one. I'm conscious of time. I've done a lot of talking, as I always do. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode. I hope you're going to come with me and enjoy whatever we do with this moving forward. Like I say, have no fear. When Carmageddon comes to an end, I'm going to be looking at probably doing an American map. We'll have a look around and see what's available. Maybe something else will come out between now and then. We shall see. Actually, I want to go back over there because I need to take this stuff over. Yeah, and just see where it takes us. Oh, mustn't forget, horse. We're going to have to exercise our horse, aren't we? Hope, isn't it? Yeah. Haven't done horses yet either on any of the FS22 stuff, so that's going to be a little bit different too. So yeah, plenty to do. If you have enjoyed it, if you are enjoying it so far, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.